Hey everybody, it's Jaydn speaking here from Recharge Physio. One of the topics I want to talk today is really making sure that you truly get better and helping to sort out some of those tricky problems. So you've probably heard of someone saying, hey, I've got this dodgy back, or I've got this niggly knee, and they've had it for 10 years. And sometimes it's because of some major structural issue, and sometimes it's because they just haven't fully completed the course of treatment. So what I want to do is just give you a few tips today in helping to get over some of those long-standing niggly problems so you can get back into your life again. So tip number one is just get some help. If you try to do everything yourself, sometimes it's hard, and certainly there's some great information online and Google etc. as well, but having like an individualized consultation and just having someone aside you to walk you through the process can make it a lot easier and hopefully get you better faster. So reach out for help rather than soldier on yourself. So tip two is go somewhere that has long initial consultations like us. So we do up to 60 minutes for initial consultation. The reason being is that some problems are simple, but many problems need a little bit more help than just treating the local area. For example, very commonly a lot of people get some knee issues, and assessing the knee locally is very important, also having time to review scans, x-rays, etc. as well, but also looking above and below is really important for many musculoskeletal conditions, such as a niggly knee can be influenced by weakness or stiffness of the hip, or also weakness or stiffness of the ankle, or things like footwear, training load, etc. etc. So having a thorough assessment is really important to help to nail down what the best course of treatment is. So as physios, we can refer for x-rays, ultrasound scans. If you need some of the more advanced scanning techniques such as CT scans or MRI scans, which has a really great three-dimensional images looking inside, we can refer you to specialists who can arrange those scans. It's really important that things are thoroughly investigated as well as the person is looked at as a whole as well. So one of the things we offer here at Recharge Physio is the ability to have a second opinion with some of our in-house physios. So for example, if you need some greater intervention, you can request or discuss with your physio. Sometimes another physio can join in the consultation, so you have two physios at one time to do a double review of your case if you've got a tricky case. As well as that, every week we actually meet together for an hour to have a chat through any challenging cases, because lots of things are reasonably straightforward to treat, but some conditions are quite challenging, and we just really make sure that we have as many heads on the case as possible to help solve some of those more tricky problems for you. So one of the key points I think it's really important is to commit to a series of treatment rather than just have a sporadic one-off treatments. Often we hear people that will have a treatment here and then wait a couple of weeks on a treatment here and go to lots of different practitioners. But often it's really important to have a course of treatment. The reason being it takes 6 to 8 weeks to get over many soft tissue injuries. And if you look at things like tendon problems and joint problems, it's more like 8 to 12 weeks. And so it's really important that you have a little bit of guidance and focus over that period of time so you know what to do next. And if people have that consistent help, then what happens is their outcome becomes a bit more predictable, and it's much easier to go through rather than trying to do enormous effort occasionally. Doing some consistent effort over a few weeks can make a real difference. So one of the ways in how you could do that is actually you could chat to your physio your needs and then actually just pre-book all your consultations in advance. And that means you can choose the time you want and also making sure you stay consistent as well. As saying it takes 6 to 8 weeks to get over soft tissue injuries and also up to kind of 8 to 12 weeks to get over some tendon issues. Other issues such as joint replacements and bony fracture remodeling and other things can take a bit longer. So it's important you discuss that, and so you have the ideal treatment that's pre-planned for you so it can work into your lifestyle and you get the times that you're after. So the final point is I think it's really important to think about why you're doing treatment and why it's important to achieve a goal. Maybe one of the goals is like running. Why is it important to you? Is it because you want to capture the mates or do an event with friends and then you can have a great memory and celebrate running the Great Wall or whatever it is? Or maybe it's to better squat down and lift your kids without having a niggly back or neck or shoulder, and how you can connect with your children. So it's really important to think about not just what you want, and it's important to bring along your wish list to your physio, but also think about why it's important for you as well, because that will really help to motivate you in the times where, hey, it can be a bit tougher through your journey. We also really encourage you to reach out for help. Keep asking questions of your physio. We're here to help as best we can. As saying, it's not just yourself or not just your physio as well. There's a team of other physios behind that physio to help to support them as well. So things become a lot easier if we all work together, and I wish you well in your recovery, and reach out if you need any further help.